Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a translation of a message that we received, and the translation of that message reads like this. Hello, how are you, Brother Nashi? Can you please post my story? I am a man who is aged 36 years old. I am currently staying here in South Africa. So I am married to the ghost of my late girlfriend, the one that I was staying with also here in South Africa. I came here to South Africa with high hopes that I was going to achieve something that was going to be very big in my life, but I did not know that only poverty was the thing that was going to be waiting for me in South Africa. When I came to South Africa, I started staying with my brother and his wife. They were renting a full RDP in this other village, almost like a location. When I finally started staying with them, that was when I realized that in South Africa, there is no such a thing as a relative like we have back home in Zim, that no matter how poor you are, you stick together. I then saw that everything here, it is all about money and every man for himself. That is what happened between me and my brother. He was a changed man. He was no longer that loving brother that he used to be when we were still back home. He would ask you, what are we going to eat tonight? Did you go to the spaza shop to buy some sishebo? In which you knew that I did not have any money to buy anything. You will get angry when I will tell him that I don't even have anything. So my brother, he used to work in the locations, also in the villages as a bricklayer, renovating people's homes. He also taught me how to do that. But the challenge was that whenever I would go to work with him, he would end up not paying me in time, because there were many times when he would go and do some touch-ups and he would be owing me a lot of money, and I would refuse to go with him, and I would be like, why do you want me to keep on working when you are not paying me? And he would be like, why do you want me to pay you in time instead of paying my other workers? Because what do you need the money for? When I would ask him that I just want the money so that I can use it for my personal items, and you would say, don't you have a roof above your head? Don't you have food? I am buying food for you. I am buying everything for you. So what else do you want this money for? So I was just working for food, quite literally. So there were times when I would say that I'm not okay, I'm not feeling okay, because I would not want to go with him because he was not paying me in time. It then happened that there was a time when he had gone out to work. I was left behind with his wife. The wife then came to me and she told me that she had been experiencing some problems with my brother, and he was unable to satisfy her in bed. So that is why she had came to me. She wanted me to assist her because she was feeling lonely. I did not know what to say, but I told her that I cannot do that. Since the day that I refused to sleep with her, she decided to punish me, and then she told lies to her husband, my brother, and told him that I had tried to rape her when he was not around, and then I got kicked out. I did not even have anywhere to stay. I then started staying with another friend of mine. So we were making bricks, these cement bricks that they make in the location. The money that we were earning, it was not quite a lot. It was just difficulties upon difficulties. I then started working at this other car wash. I was the only Zimbabwean guy that was working there. It then happened that one guy who came to me and then told me that he owned several taxis. So he had this other car of his. He wanted this car to be washed in private without my boss ever knowing. He brought it. Since I was now staying at that car wash, in the middle of the night, I washed it until he said, this is too risky. Whenever this car is dirty, are you able to come to my residential place so that you can wash it for me there? Then I said, yes, it was possible. So I would go there. I was happy that each and every weekend I would go to his place to do a piece job and earn a little bit extra of money. When I started working at his place, because I was now like their regular gardener, and then I started to notice that there were things that were strange at his place. And then what happened this other time, I was there him and his wife, they had gone out to the mall with the kids, but he had given me an instruction to never open the boot of his car whilst I was washing, because he said there is some money there. I was supposed to clean on the outside, then on the front seat, the back seat, he said do not clean it, do not even bother to open the boot of the car. He said so. It then happened that when I was busy cleaning, I said maybe there is a dead person in there, since he was a taxi boss. So the curiosity got the better of me, and me fantasizing stealing the money from him, that is what made me to open the boot of the car. The moment that I opened it up, Brother Nashi, I saw that there was a big bag. It was a leather bag, a black one, that was full of money, but then there was a small clay pot just close to the bag. It was full of blood, and then there was a small walking stick also. And I was really scared, and I said, this man is a ritualist. The moment that I closed the boot of that car, that was when I saw my boss. He just appeared in front of me. He was angry with me. He said, do you know what I have to do with you, because you have seen everything that gives me money? And he just disappeared. Later he came back with his wife. He did not want to speak with me. When I was about to leave, that was when he came and he grabbed me and he punched me. He said, sit down. And then he told me that he wanted to shoot me. I was really scared, because he even had a gun in the holster, but he did not point it at me. And at that time, that was when he said, okay, I feel sorry for you. I should kill you right now, but I feel sorry for you. And it is because everything, I believe, happens for a reason. Maybe these things, they wanted to be seen by you. I'll ask my Sangoma. Maybe I need to assist you, because you are quite a very poor man. Maybe it is time, God, that he has decided to bless you. So at that time, that was when he said that I was supposed to meet one of his associates. And after meeting his associate, that was when I was taken to a different Sangoma. At that Sangoma, I was asked if I was willing to do anything for money, anything that was going to be demanded from me that can be found under the sun. And I said yes. That Sangoma looked at me and said, can you even kill? If I send you right now to go and kill someone, will you be able to do that? And I said, yes, indeed, I can do that. He laughed and he said, this one is not yet ready, but because of poverty, I went down on my knees and I said, please, Nkulu, help me. I need this money. And then he said, okay, it is fine. You have to sacrifice your parents. So when they tried to sacrifice my mother, the problem was that she messed up all of my rituals. And at that Sangoma's shrine, things started burning because she was a prayerful one. I had been told that I was supposed to write her name, in which I did, and I had to go and buy some Ankara fabrics from this other Indian fabrics store, and I had to have a dress made for my mother. So I did that, and after I had made the dress for my mother, and then I sent it to Zim on a truck. Unfortunately, my mom, she saw everything, and then she totally refused that gift. I still remember the truck driver calling me and telling me that he was busy fighting with my mother. For my mother, he had taken the groceries, the food items, but he had refused to take that dress that I had made here in South Africa. I had hired a tailor who had made the dress for my mom. So finally, my mom then agreed to accept that dress, because I said that I was not going to pay the truck driver. And after she had accepted, well, she went with it to the pastor. The pastor, I still remember, he called me and he said, my son, oh my son, what have you done to yourself? For your mom knows that this is what you wanted to do, but still he refused to reveal to me what the Holy Spirit had told my mom. And from there on, that was when the traditional healer, the South African one, told me that there were things at his shrine that were burning, and he did not know where the fire was coming from. So I was cursed. I was told that the curse now was supposed to be on my son. So I had my son after I had impregnated this other girl when I was still in high school. Now my son was supposed to be the sacrifice, in which he became the sacrifice. The problem is that even her relatives as well, they are those type that go to the white garment church. So they found out that she was used in a ritual. It is just the Sangoma used a mirror in which whenever they go to consult, since he took the image of one of her relatives, that man, even though he is innocent, he is working on a farm in a place that is called Donon. That is where he is working in the farm. So the relatives, they think that he is the one who did these money-making rituals and failed. Yet it is I am the one who had their daughter sacrificed in all of these rituals. This is my own confession. When you post my story, please tell me. I'll be following through in the comment section.